All the glory, all the praise goes to the Almighty Yahweh, Son, Yahweh ben Yahweh, the 7 archangels, and the 40 million assigned angels. Barakatah, hallelujah. We live over here in July 11, 2022. King YAH'S, aka YAH'S here and stuff. Before we get started, the topic gonna be called the difference between the archangel weather versus Satan's weather. And we live and yeah, and welcome to my my podcast show, YV, aka YAH'S podcast show. And basically we're gonna be talking about the weather, this man-made weather and stuff versus the spiritual weather and stuff like that. The spiritual realm, the abyss, spiritual beings. And I wrote that I think I wrote that in my first book called Change the Truth into Reality on Lulu.com, Amazon.com, Walmart.com, Target.com, BarnesandNoble.com, BooksAMillion.com, and I think thriftstore.com, something like that. It's on every independent website online. Books available, and it's affordable too. So yeah. What's going on right now? It's been crazy around here. It's been crazy everywhere in the neck of the woods, and also I did my poetry earlier called "Can Words Kill?" Can words kill? Not if words can kill. Can words kill? And I'm gonna break that down for a minute. To a degree, yes, it will. It can kill you. Your mouth could be the trigger, or your mouth could be the trigger, or your words can be the trigger. People say just words, but words can kill to a degree. Now, ain't no thing like you kill somebody. You say some words, you say you'll kill that motherfucker and stuff, and they just die right there. Now, we're not talking about that way. It can kill you spiritually and verbally, not mentally or physically. It might kill you emotionally too, if you ask me. Well, if we let it get to you that way and stuff. They say it all talk but no action and stuff. Yeah, I like this radio show live or people record because you can stop it at any time and then you go back, boom, 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 and so yeah, words can kill to a degree. And go check that out on my report. I did that earlier. Yeah. I think I did something else. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Okay. The weather, well, I don't want to predict the weather, but yeah, it's been crazy weather and stuff. But before we get to the heart of the matter of that, I did a topic yesterday called "An Older Woman Beneficial." Go check that out on every platform, or live streaming, or radio podcast. Go check it out. It's on YouTube too, so go check it out. Then it's a trip that that when you're on a certain level of spirituality and stuff, it's like you you're different from everybody else, and people stare at you like about 5-10 seconds, they turn their head, or they'll stare real hard, because they got demons on them, or they know you're a warrior and a king, and you walk like a king, you drive like a king, and you're a stand-up person like a king, and stuff like that. And you're a soldier, or you're a soldier or a servant or Yahweh and stuff. And yeah, you upright, you uplift yourself, you encourage yourself, you go out to the gym, and you don't do all kind of crazy drugs and smoking and drinking and stuff, and you don't go out to parties, and you don't fool with family members and stuff, and too much kick with the friend, because you don't need no friends in the world. You might need one, but I doubt it. Like I said before, and I say it again, it's like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but I stayed in the hood pretty much all my life. Pretty much, but down there about a decade. Stayed in the hood project. I stayed in the project about close to 5 years, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And I stayed in the neighborhood, but it's still with the hood. But we stayed in neighborhood houses and trailers and stuff like that, tiny houses and stuff. It was still living in poor condition, because being in a small town where I'm from and stuff, it still was poor conditions, poor decisions, poor thinking and stuff like that. Yeah, some people can get out that mentality, some people can. And as always, they think they can get something for free, or it's cheap. Cheap this, free that. Gotta be careful with them words. Gotta be careful why you want everything for free and all that stuff. And like you do the works, like say like I do poetry. It's free to look at. It's free to look at. Yeah, it's free to look at. But and my radio shows right here, it's free to listen to. My poetry free to read, but my books are for sale. Because if you want to really know me so bad, I'm not new to this. I'm not new to teaching. Like I did a radio show on that before, and yeah, I did 3 books on the ebook. You can check me out. All you gotta do is go to Google or Brains or Yahoo, type my name, YAH'S. You'll see my books out. You'll see my books out. They'll say I'm an author of 3 books in the ebook, or they'll say I'm an author of this, Change the Truth into Reality. My life is a sinner unto the right path. My ebook is The Holy Bible Given to the West. And my latest book is The Table Has Turned. And it tell you over and over. Yeah, it seems like I'm saying it over and over again, but like I added, sometimes you got to reiterate and repeat. Some people might didn't catch on to that without saying and stuff. So yeah, I'm a spiritual person. Actually, I'm a spiritual being. And we don't look like this in the spiritual world. We don't look human in the spiritual world. This is a clone flesh body started by the Most High Yahweh. Satan just mimicked the Most High and made it clones in Hollywood and the media news anchors and politicians and all that stuff. Yeah. So we gonna make it do what it do. Let's talk about the archangels. The archangels weather versus Satan weather. Because I want to warm it up right quick. Now, let's go to Satan weather first. Satan been tampering with weather so much lately, and it's dark gray clouds. He tried to pretend like he's the Most High with a pillar of cloud, but it's dark gray. That tell you right there that's Satan. with the color of the cloud. It's dark gray. The Most High cloud is regular gray, light gray, regular gray and stuff. But the Satan cloud dark gray. And but the Most High controls all things, peace and the evil. He controls the light and the darkness. You can read that in the scriptures. I know it's scripture, but sometimes you got to figure it out yourself. And yeah, he tampered with it, with the weather, with the thunder and lightning, and it's always lightning and thunder. And then he did the opening portals for his demigods. He opened portals for his demigods and stuff. And you know, they can morph this up to anything too, just like the angels can morph this up to humans and stuff. I know I'm losing you and stuff, and but yeah, the Most High, not the Most High, Satan's water. You know why it's always raining and stuff. That's Satan's weather, man-made weather with the technology they call the harp. You can research that and stuff, and you can research that, and yeah, Satan try to every time it rains, Satan, because you know why it rained a lot of time. It's been raining for the past few, I say months or years or something, because Satan losing energy, and people that's on the fallen angels, it's a split in the fallen angels with the grays. Some of the grays want to be on our side, the Hebrew side. They want to be on the spiritual side of the 1/3 and the 144. But some of the grays, the demigods, the so-called aliens, they want to still be on Satan's side because they call Satan the Prince of Darkness. And he is the Prince of Darkness. And he the morning star too. And you know, I know you probably heard about the moon. They blow the moon up. It seemed like it's real, but you know, it went in. So the moon is a giant satellite. It's a giant satellite solar system of a mothership. And the white angels, I said yesterday, and you know, our angel name is not Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Ramil, Sakara. Hold on, Shalaki, forgive me. It ain't Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Ragu, Sakara, Gabriel, Ramil, because that's not the archangel. We just going by literature, but that's not really the archangel's names. Cause I did that on my poetry called "Let's Get a Curriculum Part 1." Go check that out. And like I said, the archangel weather, Uriel controlled the weather in the spiritual world, not on the this place Satan called Earth. It's in the spiritual world. Cause I got it wrong yesterday. I was trying to correct it yesterday, but I had to get ready. I had things to do yesterday, but I'm correcting it today. Yeah, he controlled the weather in the spiritual world, and you'll know if the Most High Yahweh instructed the archangel to control the weather, because you'll see it'll rain 2 minutes and it stops. That's the Most High. The archangel control the weather with Archangel Uriel. You going by literature, but that's not the archangel's real name. Because I used to think that the archangel's real name Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Ragu, Sakara, Gabriel, Ramil. But the archangel, they named them in the book of I think they're in the book of Yahshua. They named the angels in the book of Yahshua. Yeah, the book of Yahshua. Yeah. Then the book of Yahshua or the book of the Apocrypha. It might be in one of them, the book of Yahshua and the book of the Apocrypha. It's not in the King James. They might have mentioned the angels and stuff, 2 angels stuff, but they never say their name, because the Most High gave them a name in the spiritual world, and we don't know the name. It's just like saying, it's many planets on the galaxy. It's many planets. The Most High created many planets, and if we stay in faith with the Most High, we might get one of them planets in the spiritual world. I'm telling you, you don't want to be on. If you want, you'll be the spiritual world. I get to you. You don't want to come back to the. You don't want to come back to the. You don't want to come back down here on this so-called Earth. You don't want to come back, cause Earth ain't called Earth, right? By the way, and the planets are flat. It's not round, and you can tell by you see the rainbow, the Most High rainbow. It's flat. It shows you every time that the planets are flat. It's not round. That's that damn public school teaching, and then that Scientology teaching. So yeah, I know you're confused about that research, cause that's many planets on. It's many planets. It's many planets. There are many planets. It ain't just one planet. It's many planets. The Most High only gave Satan one planet, which he called Earth. The Most High never called it Earth. Satan called Earth. Ain't no damn Earth, Mars, Venus, Pluto, and Saturn, and all that damn made up ass name by the Roman mythologism, Roman mythologism and stuff. And so I broke that down because with the archangel's weather, because Uri control the weather. He controlled the weather here, but he don't control the weather here. He control the weather in other planets. But sometimes the Most High instruct the angel to intervene in the weather sometimes, because Satan trying to do too much right now with his weather. Trying to do too much right now with the portals and stuff, and bringing all kind of demonic spirits, because Satan think he got power here. He got power over human beings that sold their soul to them. Yeah, he got power over them. He got power over them. People that sold their soul, and people that work for him and worship him and praise him, because they think they're going to live immortal. They think they're going to live forever. Because Satan promised them the riches and the riches and lives and the fame, and he didn't give them an edge and a push. Nobody made these folks sell their souls. Satan ain't put them. He ain't put a gun to their head and said, he ain't put a damn sword to their head or persuade them to sell their souls. They chose to show their souls. And that's why people be giving human beings a pass. Human beings know exactly what they be doing. They know exactly what they be doing. They know exactly what they be doing. In order to get that type of that stamina, you got to sell out to Satan. Well, you don't got to sell out, but they chose to sell out. Yeah, that's why the Most High Yahweh portals, they don't know how the Most High portal look. He just know the Most High got one, because Yahweh cut Satan's knowledge off a long time ago. Once he had hit this planet called Earth, he had cut Satan's knowledge off and turned him to a bolt of lightning. To that bolt of lightning, that thunder lightning, that's Satan. He got it in the Monster drinks. He got it in the Mountain Dew drinks. He got it in the Dr. Pepper and Pepsi's and Gatorade and stuff. Powerade too. So he got his hand in that too. He got his hand in them cartoons and all that stuff too. They try to make mark of the Most High with these movies and stuff. Thinking, I told the Most High I could do this, and the Lord won't do that. The Most High let you slide for so long, but if he don't get you right away, he'll get one of your family members or somebody close to you. They call it sickness. Recompense him. Did you get it? Then you wonder why they died that way. Well, how you think it happened? And then when you get ready to die, you want to pray to we got to get right with the Lord before we die, and being all Christians. You're pathetic. You're pathetic and stuff. And still on the air. And let's talk about the Noah Ark right quick. Did you know Noah's Ark still still here on this planet today. It's in Turkish right now with the Lumina, the Noah's Ark. You know, it's in Turkish right now. They discovered this about, I think, almost a decade ago. Almost a decade ago. Yeah, almost a decade ago. Yeah, it's almost a decade ago. And yeah, they discovered it, and ever since then, it been there in Turkish. The Noah's Ark, the Luminous, and I'm gonna show you the avatar and the pictures of it. Right. Well, when I get out live, you'll see it. And then I know you're gonna call me a conspiracy theorist and archaeologist, or he a whistleblower, or they'll call me that guy he's informative, but he kind of conspiracy. He tell the real truth, but his language, he got to slow down with his language. Let me say it like this: the hell with your emotions and the hell with your feelings, and fuck you. Damn that bullshit. What you saying? I'm not feeling you and I'm not hearing you. You can comment and all you want to and all that stuff, but I'm not hearing you. I'm not seeing you. Take it up with Yahweh. Yeah, Yeah, they always want that language. He just so foul with his language and stuff, and he always got something against this such and such group and all that stuff. And people, because the Most High is against it. Yahweh's against it. Yahweh forbidden. Who is this Yah you talking about? His name is G-O-D. His name is J-C. Now, his name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. And he answers my prayer. Then when you visit sometimes, Satan try to get a demigod to try to speak to you, speak to demons and stuff in your vision. I mean, one time I told, I had a vision one time, and I went to sleep for a minute, and it was raining that day. And I could tell that was Satan Porter that day. Them demons was trying to talk to me that little noise like that and stuff. And I was like, I rebuke Satan in the name of Yahweh ben Yahweh, but it was one of his demigods this time. I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't want to really say it, but I think it's time to say it right now. I have seen Satan's face before. I've seen Satan in person before in my vision. I've seen him at least 4 times. Then the last time vision, I seen his demigods, the so-called aliens, in my vision. Cause I don't dream. Dreams are for fools. Dreams are metaphors. Dreams are rhetoric. Yes, I seen Satan in my vision at least 3 or 4 times. And I seen the demigods too. The demons tried to talk. They were talking to me, but I told them to go away, and it went away. So if you was in this real truth and you've been in for a while and you take it serious and have faith in the Most High, you'll see Satan by now. Because Satan got to come in your vision for the Most High to protect you. For he have an angel to protect you. You got to see Satan. Satan tried to take your crown, but he couldn't take my crown because I rebuked him in the name of Yahweh ben Yahweh. And he ran away with his 3-foot tall ass. You know, Satan ain't that tall. He was the most beautiful angel. He turned into a bold light, and then he turned to, well, he was a creature anyway, but he was the most beautiful angel in the world, in the spiritual world. But Yah turned into a bold light and kicked him out of the spiritual world, him and his fallen angels. But the fallen angels, some of them got to change your heart. I know you're saying you going deep. I said, dang, you into that stuff, that the demons and stuff like that? Yes, because I'm spiritual. That's why I was having these nightmares in the past. Because I was getting closer and closer to the Most High. And I didn't know how far I was at first until I started getting this real truth back in 2007 to 8 or 9. But I was born in the truth. But I'm talking about when I started really getting it in 2000, like back then in the 90s, I was getting little by little. Then when it came to about 2007, 8, and 9, that when the trouble started. That when my test started. And I'm still being tested right now, but the curse got on me in 2019. I ain't never told nobody that. I might tell one, two, and few, but I never told this on the radio show before. I did it on my porch. I told some of my stuff on the porch. That's why it's so important. That's why you need to check my porch out. You might like what you read. You're missing out on good stuff, not good information, good poems. Okay. Still alive. Okay. Alright. And we're doing the damn thing. I could talk long, kind of, but I had to get to a point and stuff. And notice I ain't been using. Well, I used the Viper word 1 or 2 times. People call it curse word. How could be a curse word when there's no such thing as a curse word? We under the curses, like we curse people, but we're not saying curse words. You're not cursing yourself. They call that profanity and rude. They call that profanity. They call it rude speech. Rude speech, Viper language. Rude speech, Viper language. That's all it is. But they want you to keep it clean, keep it clean. I do keep it clean. I'm keeping it clean now. But you're not going to make me say things that you think is bad for you. No, it's not. You think it's bad for you because you've been raised Catholic, Christianity, and religion. We don't say them words. We don't say JC either. We don't say Jesus. I don't say Jesus Christ either. I don't say God, God either. I don't say them 2 words either. If you can't certify, say Yahweh and Son Yahweh being Yahweh, I don't know. You listen to the wrong guy. Go on TikTok and YouTube. They'll entertain you. This ain't the entertainment channel. Just because they say YAH'S podcast show, this is not an entertainment. It's more about, you just read about it, spirituality, real truth, common sense, educational, knowledge, political sometimes. Did you understand that? Did you understand what I tried to tell you? Like you feel. You can go on about that like all you feel. Yeah, I say all you feel because I ain't trying to correct myself like that. Not with these wicked ass words called the English language. No. English is the wickedest language in the world. Did you understand? And I'm glad I went live on this. I'm glad I went live with this because we need to start doing. We need to do that. I need to start. I was going live all through the weeks, almost every month, really, for real. Especially with the scriptures. Especially with the scriptures. I did Leviticus chapter 18 and chapter 20, and I did the whole Deuteronomy chapter 28 from verse 1 to verse 68. And I did Second Timothy, and First Timothy and stuff. And as always, I quote scriptures here and there about on my topics and stuff. And I'm continuing doing that. Some scriptures, some of the books have been tampered with and stuff, and I know that. I wrote that in my first book called Change the Truth into Reality. My first ever book, presented by me, YAH'S. Wrote it, edited it, printed it out, presented it to you, distributed, and you pay for it, and you get a good informative book. Cause people gave me feedback saying that book was so informative. That first book was good. Your first book was informative and stuff. Yeah. Cause I ain't wrote about me on that book. I wrote about me on my second book. Like I'm saying it before and I'm saying it again. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. I know I be saying Yeah. I know I be saying that all the time. That's how I talk. That's how I talk, and that's how I don't feel. That's how I talk. That ain't how I feel. It's how I talk. Mm-hmm. See, I could be entertaining sometimes. I don't try to. I have a little humor in me. Cause in real life, I'm not friendly, but on my radio, it seems like I'm a happy guy. I'm unhappy. I'm not happy in this place called America. I'm not happy because of these idiots and stuff. It ain't about humans because humans are a lot of humans are. I say 80% of these human beings are retarded, and I think it's 50% demons in this world. 50%. If it ain't 60, I say close to 50%. It's demons around. It's demons around here lurking. Demons around here lurking, and it be all type of spirits, demons and stuff. No, cause demons could be spiritual too. They use cause good versus evil, good spirit versus bad spirit, spiritual people versus demonic people. I think I did this on Facebook before. I think I did something like this on. I think I talked about this on Facebook before. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on, I'm trying to look for something. I can't find it. Oh, there you go. I found it now. Yeah, so I know we had those music. They call it secular music. I remember they used to call the blues devil music. Yeah, everything you look around is a devil's world. This is the devil's world because everything in this world is wicked. Mostly everything in this world is wicked. Uh-huh. Everybody, including myself, been wicked before. We did evil things before. We did evil things before in this world. And that's why the Most High teaching us a lesson. The highest Yahweh teaching us a lesson about our consequences of our actions. We take accountability for our responsibility and stuff. I know I took responsibility for everything I did in my life, bad, good or bad, but mainly bad. Yeah, imagine what y'all would go do with a lot of these human beings on this planet. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. We stay busy with the Most High. We do the work to the end. We do it to the end. Till y'all say it's time. We keep working. We keep striving. We keep elevating. We stay independent. The ones that are independent. Not the mainstream people and all them and stuff like that. Some people might call me a minister and all that stuff. I call myself a messenger of Yahweh. Yeah. I explained myself a little bit. I think I explained it. I explained myself. I mean, yeah, explained myself and explained about the archangels and archangels were on weather versus Satan's weather. But the archangels, did you know, they record and write down everything we do on this planet. Especially if you call yourself 1/3 and 1/44. And I don't know why people call themselves 1/44, but I ain't gonna argue with them and debate with them about that. Call each other 1/44. But yeah, shoot. But yeah, the archangels, we could be like angel like for real if we follow the law, statutes, to our best of our ability and stay humble and have faith and go through some things. And Yahweh will show us the way. Be a messenger or a third party. I had archangels came in human flesh, talked to me a few times. I think they talked to me at least since I got in their real truth. I would have to say 3 times. I'm gonna have to say 3 times. An angel came to me back in 2010, 2011. Then the archangel came again. That same guy came again 2 years later, back in 2013, I believe, 2013, 2014, something like that. Then the angel came to me again in Colorado back in 2019. I want to say 2019. No, not 2018. 2018. Yeah, 2018. Because it's 2022 now. Yeah, 2018, going on 2019. Yeah, that was about 4 years ago. I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think I'm crazy. I'm losing my mind. I'm going off on renting and stuff, but that's fine. You can say what you want about me, but I must be doing something right. And I started Instagram. They started to recognize me a little bit, and I don't got that many followers. I only got 15 followers, and I only did 16 posts. I think I had created that new Instagram account like a few months ago. I had an Instagram account at first, but I couldn't get into it somehow, so I had to get in another one. And somebody made me be on Instagram. I first had a lot of followers on there. Somebody pushed my stuff to Instagram because somebody asked me one time. I think I said this story, folks. Somebody asked me one time, "You ever thought about being on Instagram?" And I said, and I ain't never answered them, but I had to think about it. I said, "No, I ain't never thought about being on Instagram." Because they were saying Instagram better than Facebook. And now it turned out it is kind of better than Facebook. Instagram gonna be around for a while. Facebook, they got this shit called now Lite now. Facebook Lite. Or somebody else controlling Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg controlling Facebook no more. But you know it's all controlled by the CIA and stuff. Like other things and stuff. We don't yeah. And did you know that the demigods built the pyramids in so-called Egypt? You didn't know that, didn't you? And did you know Egypt had light bulbs back in them times, back 3,000 years ago? Or 500 years ago? Did you know they had light bulbs then? They had telephones then? Yeah. Did you know that the statue of Pharaoh and Cleopatra is still here today in the Atlantic Ocean, some part of Africa? I say Ethiopia and stuff, yeah. But did you know Moses married the Ethiopian? That was before the law started coming in. But did you know Ethiopians are not our people? Ethiopians are the dark, they the dark Native American people, but they really are the seed of Ham. They the seed of Ham. And the Hebrews and the Israelites, they not the seed of Ham, they the seed of Shem. Jasper are the so-called Edomites and stuff, so-called Caucasian people. Or no, I'm take that back. So-called albino people. They are albinos. And Rebecca did not have two seeds in her stomach. She had one seed. And Esau was not his name. Esau was not his name. I know y'all gonna debate that. Esau was not Jacob's brother. The brother, they try to make it seem like the so-called Jewish people and so-called black people are brothers. So-called Jewish people and so-called synagogue and so-called black people are brothers, which we're not. They want to be us, but they not us. We are part of the Most High's chosen people. They are part of Satan's chosen people. Satan chosen people. So we not brother. They try to make it seem like Esau. The real Esau are the synagogue, not the so-called Caucasian people. And I know y'all camps on YouTube going to debate that and say he going all Esau the so-called white man. Now Esau the so-called synagogue, Azanaski and Kazakhs and Zionists and Turkish and Polish people. That's Esau. And Esau is not Jacob's brother. Esau would call somebody else. He would call something else before they called him Esau. Esau did not exist. Yet Rebecca had one seed twins. Jacob was so-called Hebrew brown-skinned man, and it had a albino child. That's considered still so-called Hebrew, so-called Israelite. She had a Hebrew and an albino. And the birth, all that birth and stuff, they added something to that. The birth of the seed, who get the birth and all that stuff. Jacob got the birth, birth, but Rebecca, they were finna give it to the brother, but we got to find out what his name was. We still got to solve that literature and stuff, but not right now. Maybe in a later time. It'll be revealed later on, because the Most High always reveal things slowly. He don't reveal things fast. He reveal things slowly. He slowly reveal things. Now it's coming. It's manifesting, and you'll find out later on soon enough. Before this destruction of America supposed to hit, because Babylon had a baby called America. America is the modern day Egypt, the modern day Rome, the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, the modern day Ephraim, the modern day Babylon, the modern day Syria, the modern day Paris, and the modern day Greece. They all had their hands. They always had their hands in the slave trade, and had so-called black people, Hebrews, in the slavery, including the so-called Asian people too, because they was once dark-skinned people, but they was a Ham. So-called Native America, they are Ham. So-called Mexican people, they are Ham too. They the seed of Ham, not Shem. They the seed of Ham. The only one to see the Shem for real, some of the so-called African people, the Jamaican people, and the so-called black people, the Hebrews, the Israelites. And quote me on that. They didn't want to tell you back in the damn 50s and 60s. But they saw one problem, but the Most High wasn't ready for them to reveal yet, and it didn't want time. It didn't want time. It wasn't time to reveal everything yet. It wasn't time. It wasn't that time yet. That time factor yet. make it do what it do. Not make it do what it do. I mean, it is what it is about literature and things I'm saying. You gotta research it yourself. But yeah, because we don't know the time that Yahweh gonna come. We don't know the time Yahweh gonna return. Not even the archangels, not even the 144 knows that yet. Not even the archangel knows that yet. And not even Yahweh know the hour that Father Yahweh will appear. But it's getting close though. Because we served out 400 years. We're still in captivity. A slaves of America called the birth certificate and your social security number. Yeah, we're still a corporation slaves. Your birth certificate belongs to a corporation. And that's why you get the term Joe Biden is the president of the corporation. He's not the president of the United States. Donald Trump just letting Joe Biden do the fuck up for him because Trump is still legally the president of the United States of America. But both of them were evil. They both was on the same team. Trump ain't doing nothing for white people. Biden ain't doing nothing for white people. The Democrats ain't doing nothing for no Democrats. The Trump was there for the rich. Joe Biden was there for the Democrat. And he's Barack Obama boy. Don't get me started with that Kamala Harris. That thing, before she came the vice president, that thing said she was black. Then when she came president, all of a sudden now she Indian. She don't consider herself black. She black Indian. She considered herself Indian now, which she was Indian anyway. She was a half breed and a passed around joint, if you know what I mean. She was a harlot, but and black people love her. They voted for Joe Biden. Oh, Trump was the most racist man in the world. I would say Joe Biden is way worse racist than Trump, and he a Democrat and Trump is Republican. Joe Biden is way racist than Donald Trump. Trump said you ain't had to apologize for being racist. They said finally, man, but Trump set you up to fail, so-called Caucasian people. Joe Biden set Caucasian people to fail too. Now people talking about fuck Joe Biden. You voted for him. You voted for the guy. I never voted in my life anyway, so all that politics shit. Yeah. None of them being in for you. The Reagan administration kicked that off. Then the Clintons. Then George W. Bush. Then you had Barack Hussein Obama. Then you had Donald Trump. And you had Joseph R. Biden. Well, which he ain't the president. He the president of the corporation, not the Americans, just the corporation. Trump is still the president of the United States of America. Yeah. I ain't not gonna go this long, but I needed to go long today, just to make people realize what's going on in this world as relevant as it is. I'm talking about relevant. What I'm saying, it ain't irrelevant. It's relevant and stuff. We're still here, okay. I'm almost here right now, you know. And think about it, and you know, enjoy the show. They're gonna download it anyway. I hope you like the whole show from beginning to end, but I ain't gonna go up yet. I'm still gonna talk a few minutes. 'cause we live. I said a lot of information stuff and what had these folks did for you? What had Trump, Biden, and Obama, and Bush, and Reagan, and Clinton's stuff did for you? And you're thinking America gonna be great again. America never been great. America never been great. America always been a facade, a stage. They always plotting hits and orchestrating stuff. Then and then they say they're trying to protect the American people. Really? America always been a terrorist. They always terrorize people that ain't doing that to them. And try to say it was terrorists came to America and try to stop it. And then they're trying to stop it and stuff. Because they want you to be politically correct. That's what they want. They want you to be politically correct. Be dumbfounded and be brainwashed and never tell no truth. Just believe in lies more than you believe in the truth. I think Lady Gaga said that crap. That transvestite. She said that, Lady Gaga said that crap. She said, damn, she'd rather hear a bunch of lies than to hear the real truth. She said it in one of them concerts. And then Rihanna got a song called, damn, She Love the Way You Lie. She love the way you lie. Because that's what people want to hear. It ain't these days. They've been wanting to hear this stuff forever. They want to hear more lie than real truth, because the real truth change. And 90% of people, I give it a good 93%. 93% of people don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want the real truth. They want to stay comfortable with lies. They want to stay comfortable talking soft spoken mumble words to them. They want to talk with a messed up grammar, on vocabulary, which all that stuff is wicked. Whether you talk proper, whether you talk with a grammar problem and stuff. People want to be a lot of people, individuals want to be teachers and stuff. They thinking they know what they talking about, which they don't. They thinking what they saying is right. Not really. What you're saying is wrong. It's just people ain't checking on that stuff. They're not checking on that stuff for real. And then you get mad because people don't agree with everything you're saying. It don't matter what they don't agree with. They don't agree with everything I say, because at the end of the day, it's Yah's word, not Yah's vessel word. And yeah. I said much more. We gonna get deep and spiritual and stuff, to the abyss and stuff. Escaping the metrics. Whether you call yourself a red pill or a blue pill. We talking about red pill and blue pill life, not red pill or blue pill in relationships. It's a difference. We talking about deep spiritual red pill and blue pill versus red pill, blue pill in relationships and dating and stuff like that. Yeah. We can't, they know about the angels' weather versus Satan's weather, or the Most High Yahweh's cloud versus Satan's cloud. Because like I said earlier, the Most High gave Satan a planet called Earth, which we hear now. He kicked him out of the planet and came to America, and Satan joined us. That's why this Satan know this world. He know this earth very well. He just don't. He walking around, roaming around, because he got to do things in order. Everything is in order, because the most Yahweh controls Satan too. Satan got to always do things in order. That's why his evil doors with the presidential and the candidates and the politicians and the congressmen and all them, for real and stuff. They sign executive orders to do anything that's evil, and Satan got to get approved of the Most High to do anything, because he got to go to council. Everything Satan want to do evil, he got to go to the Most High and do it. He got to go through the Most High and get it done. And Most High said everything gonna be in order when this thing take down. You do things in order. You don't do things out of order, because the Most High in order and Satan is order, and it's in order too. Human beings out of order, but the spirits and demons and stuff, they in order. And Yahweh allows Satan to do these evil things because he created Satan. Yeah, Satan a creature of light, but you don't want to see the Most High Yahweh's face. Then yeah, he do everything. He do everything when the Most High instructed him to do in order. He don't do things out of turn. He don't do things out of turn. He ain't allowed to, because he answered to the Most High too, just like everybody else gonna answer to. All knees and heads should bow to Yahweh, including the archangels, the fallen angels, and Satan himself, Lucy. Yeah, he got to do things in the chain of command in the spiritual world, not the chain of command of Americas. Cause that's why I say know this world. He run around the planet. He knows all things in this world, but he don't know all things he don't know nothing in the spiritual world, because the Hebrews are the enlightened ones. We know all things. Satan don't know all things. Like I said earlier, his knowledge got cut off when he got here on this planet called Earth. His knowledge got cut off. And also, Satan know the scriptures very well. He know the Bible very well. Satan know the Bible very well. That's why he got his demigod to destroy the so-called YAH'S people, to rewrite the scriptures and stuff, and twist it and curveball it and rewrite and call favor blessed, because Satan only blessed, Most High only favor. Yeah, they tampered with it. They tampered with it 75%, and 35% of it is true. That's why you can't always read the King James version. You got to read the King James version is man-made through the so-called Jewish people. Look at the name of the publisher who wrote the book. There's a rabbi that wrote it, a rabbi. And then plus, you got to go to the book of Yahshua. It hit the meat right to the point. It hit the meat right to the point. And so-called, and even the book of the Apocrypha, right to the point. The book of Enoch, right to the point. They right to the point with the book of Enoch, the book of Yahshua, the book of the Apocrypha. King James got a lot of cut-off points. That's why I said it's 70% false and 30% truth. Why I give it a 35% truth, 7% false and 35% truth. Because you gotta go, it go into details in the other books. I say, like in the Apocrypha, Yahshua, and the book of Noah, the book of Enoch, and the book of Josephus. So I think I said enough. No. I might be in there a little few more minutes. So I said enough right now, and I'm gonna get out of here. All the glory, all the praise goes to the Father Yahweh, the Son Yahweh ben Yahweh, the 7 angels and the 40 million sign angels, Barakatah, hallelujah, King YAH'S Vessel, aka YAH'S Vessel, signing off on www.spreaker.com. favor, and peace.